Hello YouTuber woobers! There's a video on how I plant my microgreen seed, essentially. I've done it a lot of different ways over the last couple of years, and this is the way, more or less, that Curtis does it off of Urban Farmer YouTube channel. And his book is a great book on urban farming and kind of farming if you're planning on selling your food that you grow. So essentially I put in a tray here and then I fill it up with about 5 to 6 scoops of coconut cure that's been soaked. Comes in blocks, and you can get it in 2 size blocks. One's the size of a brick, and the other one is a much larger one. It's like 12 by 12 by 4 that I cut up into 4 pieces with my chop saw, and then it gives me a fairly good amount of material to use for a harvest. It's actually about 1.5 that I use for a harvest, usually. Sometimes 2. It depends on how much my requirement is on sales. So the white and black trays I get from Johnny's seed company in Maine, which is actually my main supplier now for seeds, is Johnny's. And they have, you get these in bulk, or you can get them in 5 packs of 5. So the white tray is solid, and the black tray has holes in the bottom so that it will drain into the white tray. This gives you the opportunity for the water to drain out of this process into the white tray, and then you can bottom water your trays after that until you harvest. So it's working out really well for me. These they have told me that these trays don't leach out anything into your material. There was some concern about that. If you get the cheaper ones from Amazon, that particular plastic is maybe a bit unstable, and it might leach out into your soil as your plants grow. So essentially, I'm using an icing spatula that has an offset to it. It makes a very nice hand feel to it. It doesn't give you a lot of stress on your wrists when you're doing this. And I use it for both the medium and also for spreading the seeds around on the larger seeds. And then the smaller seeds like radishes and other kale, other seeds like that, I just sprinkle on with a cup. So the stacking of the trays, it will give you some, it gives the pressure, pushes the seeds into the soil, which tells the seeds that it's time to germinate, and they germinate much better. And the weight, as they germinate, they push these trays up so that it gives them a much stronger root system for them to grow to the point where we need to harvest. It's a nice system. So I do the larger seed at the bottom, and then I work my way up to the top. So right now it's 2 trays of peas, 4 trays of sunflowers. There's a tray of radish and corn, because I'm not doing a large salad sale, so I only do 1/3 of a tray, or maybe even 1/4 of a tray of corn. And then the rest is radish. So a partial tray of radish and corn, and a whole tray of radish. And then I stack other trays and whatever I can find on the top to give those trays some weight. and I let it sit, and they stay that way until I have my shelves behind me free of trays. These right now I'm doing is I plant this on a Sunday. I harvest my greens on Thursday afternoon, and they go to market on Friday. Once those harvest trays are off the rack, these trays go on the rack, but I cover them with trays to keep them in the dark until those shoots actually push the trays up off the bottom trays, which you've seen in videos here. And the cycle continues. Go out and dig in some dirt, or otherwise grow a seed, plant a seed, visualize a seed.